Alright, trade recap for today, Wednesday, 9/10/2025. Okay. I don't know why I have this here, but so I took one trade long and look. So this is what time? Yeah, this is open, and my bias was bullish, bro. Clear bullish day. Let me tell y'all why. So we have all-time highs over here, and then we have a data high right here, data wick high, and then I was just bullish until proven wrong. And my main draws or my main markings were this unfilled 4-hour, the data high, obviously all-time highs, and that was it really. I was just bullish, really bullish. 1 hour, same thing. These sell side, they have a lot of markings, but let me drop to the 15-minute. Okay, let me remove some of this. I don't know why. Okay, but yeah. So, and this is unfilled. No, okay, I'm tripping. This is oh yeah, I had this unfilled 1 hour marked out too. Unfilled 1 hour, and then this was the unfilled 4 hour. And I wanted to see us dip all the way down. So, cause I opened, we're like up here. I want to see us dip into this 1 hour, and we could possibly reject or like come all the way down to the 4 hour. So I was looking for the 1 hour, but I was leaning more towards the 4 hour. But I was like, if we dip down into the 1 hour and we get some rejection, and then SMT, then I could look for longs. So he dropped down to the 1 minute kind of play off price action. So at open, we sell off, dump. We just kind of like slowly chopping towards this 1 hour fair value gap. So boom, we tap into this 1 hour, and we have a bullish SMT at these lows, because NQ takes these lows and ES is pretty far. Let me go on ES. Oh, okay. But yeah, we have a bullish SMT. Bullish SMT. Boom. So we have that bullish SMT. These lows. Then we have an internal SMT. A45 and A42. It's going ES. 1 minute. Where is it at? Yeah, A45, A42, higher high, and then boom. So I was like, okay, we have bullish, we have external SMT, internal SMT, and I was looking. Okay, I was gonna take this first initial long. If we inverse this, I was taking the long. Because we have the SMT, we rebound. It says unfilled 1 hour, and we're in equilibrium within this range, within these highs. So I was looking for us to get bought up to that highs. So we tap into this, have an external and internal. I was like, okay. Once this internal SMT got put in, I was like, let me look for a 30-second. So we dropped down to the 30-second. This was already on the 30-second. So okay, I don't have it marked out, but this was my first entry. So we have this, yeah, 30-second after that internal SMT got put in. We have this 30-second, and I take this, which was bad. I take this. This is my fill, and stops like right here, and targeting like data highs, or these equal highs. Boom, get stopped, manipulate lower one more time, and then we pump. So I get stopped. That was my first trade. I get stopped. Boom. Okay, boom. Alright, get stopped. And then this 1 minute inversion I take this 1 minute inversion, and I was in pretty, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of over leveraging a little bit. I went in with like 7 cons, and I was like, I was in that mindset. I want to pass like my other evals, which is, I don't know why I shouldn't be over leveraging. I'm so close. Just, you know, just going with the correct amount of size. Don't over leverage. So I'm going with this fill, and then I have stops like right here, and boom, get stopped immediately. I was like, bruh. So I get stopped, and honestly should have had like stops right here. It's an SMT low. Like why aren't stops there? So I get stopped again, and then I get this. I enter back in again. Once we like inverse this kind of 30-second, oh no, we inverse this. Yeah, I get in like right here, and we start getting moves up. Now it stops like right here, like pretty tight. And I was targeting like honestly data highs, but then I really wanted just to these equal highs, kind of these equal highs. But we ended up honestly we ended up just pumping to be 5 minute little mech model, pumped to them for 5 minute, and then we just sold off. But those were my 3 trades. One was just an early entry, and that was honestly was a bad entry, because that 30-second, it wasn't a clean inversion. It took us so long to inverse it, and I've already said this once, like if it takes too long to inverse it, like just look at this, like okay, boom, we fell to, we start rejecting, come back again. It takes us like how many candles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 candles to inverse it. If we got a V shape out of this, I would have took this. Same thing with the 1 minute up here. We got a V shape, I would have took it. But just the fact it took us so long to inverse it, it's not valid. It's not clean. Like price obviously wants to manipulate lower one more time. That's what we did. So we manipulate lower one more time, and then the 1 minute inversion kicks in, and that's whenever we get that. I mean, I entered right here. So my second trade, I entered, yeah, the 1 minute inversion, have stops pretty tight. I get stopped, and that's honestly, it was just an emotional stop loss. It was like it wasn't even, it was like an emotional stop loss, and it was like a like a P&L based stop loss. Like I was already risking like 400 or 500 with the stop loss, and if it would have been out here, I was risking like 700. I would have gotten stopped. So I was like, I don't want to risk that much, and that's just my fault on over leveraging. I shouldn't have over leveraged. That's on me. But but yeah, I take the 1 minute inversion. We get stopped, and I was like, damn. Like I know we want to go higher. Like I literally, like I know we want to. It's so obvious. So we manipulate when we're down. We manipulate. So yeah, I get stopped, and then we start coming back up. Once this candle, I get in right here. So okay, boom, I get in, and then I break even at this high, and then TP was here, but then we ended up just chopping, and I got stopped at break even. And those were the trades for the day. Biggest mistakes were obviously at the 30-second inversion. It took really long to inverse it. It's invalid at that point. Just wait. So like, cause literally coming into the day, I'm looking for longs, and I want to see longs either like, if we start slowing down here, I want to take a long around here. But if we just straight dump through it, okay, I'm gonna take a long around this unfilled 4-hour. But we slowed down. We saw what we wanted to see. My entry model was, it was bad. It was kind of not impatient, but it was a bad inverse. I shouldn't have took that 30-second inverse when it took so long. Literally said this so many times, but that was a bad entry. And then the second was my mistake. Like if I went in with that, like you should be going in with the size that you're comfortable with losing. Like I obviously wasn't comfortable with losing 700. It was like $700 with this stop loss. I'm obviously not comfortable losing that amount of money. So I should have gone in with lower size with 5 cons, and should have had extended stop loss, and I could have added later on. You know what I mean? But it was a based off of it was an emotional stop loss, and it was a P&L based stop loss, and like those I shouldn't have had that stop loss. It should have been like here at this low. It's the SMT low. Like why is it not at that low? It makes sense. And honestly, I mean, I could have targeted like it was a 101. Or yeah, with that stop loss, it was a 0.89. I could have, let's see, where's the 101 at? Or yeah, if when I got in here, I would have had stops like, yeah, because where's the, yeah, okay, it's pretty valid. Respect the midpoint of this wick. It's like IC comes in, but yeah, that would have been the 101. And I mean, it was a mech model. That was valid, but my main mistakes were the early entry, and my stop loss was emotional. But that was a trade break for the day. I was down because of the 2 losses, and last trade was break even. But let me show y'all my other recaps. If I go, okay, but this was yesterday, and Literally dumb. This was yesterday. Damn. Nah, I don't think that was my fill. But this was yesterday. SMT liquidity sweep, and it was. Yeah, I think there was a 2 minute here, but I took the 30 second. It was up here, and I was targeting these equal highs. And I should have gone break even at the swing high because ES took this first and we had an SMT. Or ES took these highs first and we had an SMT. So I should have gone break even, but I literally let it go all the way down my stop loss. I should have preserved capital and gone break even. It would have been a break even day, and that's it. And then this one was beautiful. Perfect 8+ setup mech model. Well, obviously bullish. We rebalanced to the 5 to this was a unfilled 15 minute, and I had these conditions. Had an alert for the unfilled 15 minute and the external buy side. I was like, if we take this out, I'm going shorts. We rebalance to this, I'm going long. We rebalance to this, we get a 2 minute condition. Or this is off the 5 minute. I think we get a 2 minute condition. We have an SMT. We rebalance the equilibrium within this leg, and we get a 2 minute inversion. I take the long here, 2 minute inversion, and then honestly should have just had TP here. TP here was already a 1 to 2. I shouldn't. And again, I was like at 52k on my eval, my other evals, and I was like, you know, if I hit this, I'm gonna pass it. So I was like, you know, let me just hold it to here. It was an emotional TP again, and then based off of evals, I should have just took this out. This recent buy side. It was obviously gonna get hit. It was already 1 to 2 RR. Like I should just, you know, take what the market's telling me and get out. You know what I mean? We ended up chopping. I ended up taking partials around here, and then I let the rest go at break even. And then this was my trade on Friday that passed my funded. This was kind of more discretionary. We're at all-time highs. ES, we had an external, internal SMT, all-time highs. ES took all-time highs. NQ was super far. And then did I take this early entry? No. Yeah, I did. I took this early entry off a 1 minute inversion. Got stopped. And then I took this, we put in the SMT, and I took a 30-second inverse. And then I ended up holding to data lows on my own account, my other account. I passed it. I just got out whenever I passed the eval. But yeah, external, internal SMT, and I said this last time, every time at all-time highs I always get told just wait for the rebalance to target all-time highs. But every time this year we've had external, internal SMT, and we just dump. So that was my bias around this trade. I just waited for that external, internal SMT and then 30-second inverse, and I held to this. This account passing my eval, and I unlocked the funded. I haven't traded on it yet because I wanted to pass these other two fundeds evals. But I'll probably just activate it and just trade on it Monday. But that's been the trade recast for this past week. Today, all my trades so far have been good. It's just I've been getting like emotional because my evals, like I just want to pass it. Like a lot of my trades hit, like this would have hit or break even, and then this one hit, and today like would have hit if I would have just done the 1-1. Or it would have been a break-even day. I should not have lost. Like literally, I know better with my entries. But like all my trades have been hidden. It's just like my entry model just today, and then like my emotional stop loss and TPs. I need to work on my risk management better and my over leveraging. Like there's no reason for me to over leverage when I'm so close to passing the eval. Just drop your size and, you know, catch a good play. There's no point of over leveraging. But those were the trade recaps for today, and yeah.